Today, we are going to talk about pricing. It's a tricky little thing, and I myself have tried numerous different pricing strategies, including paid shipping and free shipping. And in the beginning of my print-on-demand business, when I had a listing that wasn't selling, my first thought process was, well, it must be my pricing strategy. It couldn't possibly be something like my design. There are many keys to a successful listing on Etsy, things like your SEO, your thumbnail image, your design, and pricing can be an important part of that equation. So in this video, I'm going to share with you my #1 pricing strategy that has more than tripled my sales in my print-on-demand business, and share a breakdown of how I price the 3 most popular product types in the print-on-demand space. If you are new to my channel, my name is Taylor. Hello. On this channel, I focus on all things Etsy and print-on-demand. So if those are 2 things that interest you, I would love for you to just boop that subscribe button down below so that you do not miss out on any future videos. The #1 pricing strategy that has literally changed my life is the flash sale strategy. What that is, it's pretty simple. It is just running 24 to 48 hour flash sales. When I began implementing this, I immediately saw an increase in the sales in my shop. And it is no coincidence that a good portion of these sales that I began seeing happened to be within the last few hours of the day, and really a lot of them in the last hour leading up to midnight. The reason that this happened and why this happens for many others who implement this strategy is because a flash sale puts a little countdown timer on your listing on Etsy. This countdown timer gives your potential customer a little bit of a kick or a sense of urgency, if you will, just letting them know that, hey, if you want to get this sale or this deal, you do need to purchase and check out this item in the next X amount of hours leading up to the end of your sale. The best way to execute this strategy would be to determine a discount percentage that you are going to offer in your shop. I have personally tried multiple different percentages, and I've always found that I like to stay somewhere between 15 and 30%, but it is important that you are choosing just one for this strategy. So for example, say you are going to choose to run a 20% off flash sale in your shop. Because you chose that percentage, that is what you are going to stick to. So you are going to run 20% off flash sales daily. What you're not gonna do, you're not gonna raise it higher one day, lower the next day. You are going to keep it locked in at that percentage. If you're changing up your percentage every other day, that is going to drastically change your profit margin up every single day, which I do not recommend. When you've chosen the discount that you are going to offer, say for the example, 20%, you are going to determine your pricing and your pricing strategy specifically for the products that you sell based off of consistently running that 20% off sale. Your discount should not lower your profit margin. Let me show you what I mean. Say, for example, I'm selling a Bella Canvas 3001 in my shop. Prior to implementing any type of sales strategy, I came to the determination that I was going to sell a Bella Canvas 3001 for $19.99 and charge the customer for shipping of $4.75. What you can see here in the bottom corner is that would be pricing this shirt for a 32% profit margin, and I would be making about $8.06 per shirt sale, which is great. We love that. However, if I were to implement that 20% off sale based off of this pricing structure, I can actually do that right here with the discount and leave it on percentage. When I add in that 20% off, that just brought my profit down to $4.44, and the profit margin dropped over 10% down to 21.41%. So what I would do differently is actually structure the price of my Bella Canvas 3001 based off of the discount percentage that I've chosen to consistently run in my shop. So in this example, with it being 20%, I would want to adjust my sale price so that I can still see that 30% plus profit margin, even when running that 20% off sale. If I raise the sale price up, we'll bring it to $24.99. That is going to bring my profit margin right back to where it was in the beginning $8.06, 32% profit margin with running that 20% off sale. Now let's break down my specific pricing strategies. I do want to add just a little disclaimer. I do not think that pricing is necessarily always one size fits all. Different niches that you're targeting serve different demographics, which you might find success with one pricing strategy versus another. But I did want to just share how I price products. And looking at our first one, this is my breakdown of the Bella Canvas 3001. My go-to print provider for this specific shirt is Monster Digital through Printify. If you are looking to sell any print-on-demand products, I highly, highly recommend getting started with Printify. I do have a link in the description that will get you started with Printify, but they are by far going to be where you find the most competitive pricing for majority of the print-on-demand products that you see other individuals selling online. So Monster Digital with Printify Premium, which I do have, sells this specific shirt for $9.13 all the way to $13.01. This is for their smalls all the way up to 3XL. So how I specifically price this shirt. I like to go off of sizes rather than colors. So I like it to be one standard price for small through XL, one standard price for 2XL, and then another standard price for the 3XL, as opposed to changing the prices based off of different variations or colors that I'm offering. I think that this is just a little bit cleaner to the eye and for the customer to be able to see what everything is. So how I've priced this shirt with small through XL, I typically would price this at $25.99. This is applying a 20% off flash sale strategy. So the customer isn't actually paying that $25.99. The customer would see the $25.99 with 20% knocked off of it, which would be $20.79. Selling at this price point would yield me a profit of $8.78 per shirt sold. For the 2XLs, I would price those at $27.99, and that would yield me a profit of $8.21. And for 3XL, $29.99 with a profit of $7.80. All of these prices also factor in that the customer would be paying for shipping, with the shipping price being $4.75. These are the profit numbers after Etsy fees, processing fees, transaction fees, every fee that you could apply. These have already been considering those different fees. The next product type that I've seen a lot of success with is the Gildan 18,000, and this is my specific pricing strategy for it. I primarily use Monster Digital as my provider. However, there are times with the Bella Canvas and the Gildan that I do alternate between Monster Digital and Swift POD, depending on stock and potentially the colors that I'm looking to offer as well. But Monster Digital is my go-to. With that, their prices with Printify Premium range from $13.91 all the way up to $17.01. And I follow a similar pricing structure as I did with the t-shirts. I like to keep them more size specific as opposed to changing the price per color that I'm offering. Keeps it a little bit simpler for me. So our small through XL, I typically would price at $35.99, which would yield me a profit of $8.59. For the 2XL, priced at $38.99, would yield a profit of $8.70. And then our 3XL would be priced at $41.99, and a profit would be $9.83. The customer is not paying more than $35 for any of these different variations. So if you were to offer a $35 plus free shipping guarantee in your shop, then you don't have to necessarily worry about this causing the customer to no longer pay for shipping and you end up losing out on a profit. You'll see in this pricing structure, I do still have the customer paying for shipping. They're paying a little bit of a discounted shipping rate of $5.95. I personally have found that I have a higher conversion rate when I charge a little bit of a cheaper shipping price, as opposed to charging for the full shipping price of $8.49. The third product type that I'm breaking down is our mugs. I know mugs are super popular, and I have many students that are in my mentorship group that have seen tons of success with mugs. This is just my pricing strategy for the times that I have sold mugs. I haven't spent a lot of time, and I wouldn't say that these are like my bread and butter, so to speak. They don't really consume a lot of my shop at this point anymore. But when I do sell mugs and when I have sold mugs, this is the pricing strategy that I have implemented. Still keeping in the theme of a 20% off discount on top of these prices, I like to offer 2 variations of a mug in a listing. And so I have the pricing for the 11 ounce and the 15 ounce. If you are curious in learning how to set up a listing that you offer multiple variations like this, I will be sure to link a video that I have on my channel that tells you exactly how to do just that. I'll put it up in the cards above as well as in the description. And it's important to know that something like a mug, even though you have 2 different variations potentially in a listing, they do have different shipping costs. And so when you do put 2 different variations of a product type in a listing that do have 2 separate shipping costs, you actually cannot set it up to have different priced shipping depending on the variation chosen. You can only have 1 shipping cost for whichever variation your customer chooses. So my pricing strategy for the mug does take that into consideration. For my go-to print provider, I like to use Spoke Custom Products. They are a company that sells more than just mugs, and so I've used them for other product types in my shop. So it's made it a little bit more seamless if a customer is ordering multiple different product types. Having them all from one specific provider does make the shipping a little bit easier. Their cost for the ceramic mugs ranges from $3.97 for the 11 ounce and $5.69 for the 15 ounce. And how I would price the 11 ounce is at $15.99. That would yield me a profit of $5.65. And for the 15 ounce mug, I would price that at $19.99, which would yield me a profit of $4.72. The customer would pay shipping of $5.95. They have a little bit of a discounted shipping compared to what the actual cost to ship the product is. I would just like to add that mugs can be sold for significantly higher profit margins than what you see here. They just have never been a huge focus for me, and so I never really dove into exploring and testing different pricing strategies. But if you go onto Etsy, that's the best place to do your market research, see what other individuals are selling mugs for, and you will be able to get a ballpark of how you can stay competitive amongst others while also increasing your profit margin if mugs are something that you're looking to pursue. Let me know if you want to see more pricing strategy videos like this for more product types. Be sure to comment any specific product types that you would like to see a breakdown of in the future. And as always, I hope you're having a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world, and I will see you in the next one.